Thanks, Noah. And tonight, an investigation is underway after a woman reported missing in Benton County has been found dead. We first told you yesterday about the search for 64-year-old Lisa Crawford. She was last seen on December 4th at a Walmart neighborhood market in Rogers. Investigators confirmed with 5 News tonight she was found dead this afternoon. They did not say if her death was suspicious or if foul play is suspected. It is an active investigation. One of the most unique political campaigns in Arkansas is underway. Aaron Spencer is looking to unseat current Lonoke County Sheriff John Staley while facing murder charges that could remove him from the race if convicted. Spencer's charged with second-degree murder for the 2024 shooting of a man facing charges of sexually abusing Spencer's daughter. When it comes to being sheriff, Spencer says he would bring safety, transparency, and accountability to the office. As for the legal case, a pretrial hearing is scheduled for next week, with the trial starting on January 26th. Well, new developments today in the case against 4 people in Sebastian County charged in a kidnapping conspiracy. A judge set a trial date for 3 of the suspects, David Kwok, Tamara Hamby, and Nico Austria. They're scheduled to face trial on August 10th of next year. Shannon Childers is the 4th suspect in the case and will have a pretrial hearing on March 10th. Investigators say Hamby, a former member of the Crawford County Library Board, came up with the plan to kidnap her daughter to teach her a lesson about the dangers of meeting strangers on the internet. You can find all of our coverage of the case and follow updates on our website, 5newsonline.com. A Benton County teenager is charged after leading Arkansas state troopers on a chase that ended in a crash this week. Parker Duncan is accused of leading police on that chase, where investigators say troopers used a pit maneuver. The chase started after troopers say Duncan fled the scene of a crash on Monday near Lowell. He was released the next day on $10,000 bond. Troopers say Duncan was also under the influence at the time of the crash. His next court date is January 20th. The Arkansas Supreme Court delivered a landmark ruling today that figures to upend the state's direct democracy process. The High Court ruled the state legislature can change amendments put in the state constitution by voters. The case immediately reinstates some 24 laws passed by the legislature that set rules and limits for the state's medical marijuana program. Opponents argued lawmakers couldn't do that since voters approved the marijuana amendment as is back in 2016. But today, the Supreme Court says the Constitution does allow lawmakers to make changes if they approve them by a 2/3 vote. The petition groups pushing to enshrine the direct democracy process denounced the decision and said it showed why their proposals are necessary. The state is appealing a recent federal court ruling that cleared the way for those groups to gather signatures. Well, if you see smoke tomorrow in parts of Fayetteville, it's likely due to a prescribed burn starting at 11. This is video from a previous prescribed burn at the Woolsey Wet Prairie Sanctuary, and that's also where tomorrow's will be happening. Officials say this will last for about 2 to 4 hours, and they're burning just over 64 acres that borders Broyles Road, 54th Avenue, and Persimmon Street. New tonight, community members are stepping up this holiday season to help children with incarcerated parents know they haven't been forgotten. 5 News reporter Laura Castleman spoke to organizers about this new tradition in Crawford County.
The toy drive held at Froyo and More in Van Buren is all about making sure kids ages 0 to 14 have something special to open this season. Working with the Crawford County Sheriff's Office, organizers say many of these children might not get any presents at all without this effort, which is why they're doing everything they can to bring a little joy their way.
A lot of people don't think about the kids.
Farrah Turner is a foster mother and understands how parents with incarcerated spouses can struggle during the holidays.
If you're no income coming in and they're already missing and lack funds in their home.
Turner says they're still hoping for more donations to help make Christmas special, and they'll be accepting toys right up until the 19th.
Farrah brought to me as an idea, and we have been looking for ideas and ways to give back to the community. It does kind of have that specific goal, does have a soft spot in my heart as well.
Andrea Pena, the owner of Froyo and More, says she personally connects with what these families are going through, which is why this Christmas effort means so much to her.
So we do need more volunteers for wrapping. We also are looking to get more donations as well. We want to help out as many kids as we can and as many families.
Then Santa's helpers will step in to wrap up all the presents, making sure they're ready for the kids to open on December 21st.
We will be taking everything on a Sunday up to the sheriff's office. If they don't get to come Sunday, we're going to leave the gifts on a table so they're still able to get those gifts.
Making sure every kid wakes up to a gift under the tree, because every child deserves a little Christmas magic, no matter the circumstances.
The toy drive is accepting donations of new toys, gift cards, and clothing from ages 0 to 14. And you can drop off these gifts at Froyo and More on Main Street in Van Buren or the Crawford County Sheriff's Office. Laura Castleman, 5 News.
Thank you, Laura. Millions of dollars lost in federal funding is forcing changes for Arkansas Public Broadcasting. The statewide television network announced it's changing its name to Arkansas TV. Today, the Arkansas Educational Television Commission voted not to renew its contract with PBS. This summer, there was a $2.5 million federal funding loss from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. As the state's public television network enters into its 60th year, it says its goal is for more Arkansas programming. The city of Fayetteville is asking for your input on major street improvement projects along the School Avenue corridor. They want to get an idea of what you're thinking while in the design process. Today, people got to get a look at maps, early design concepts, and get any questions answered from city staff. The planned improvements will focus on including safer crossings, wider sidewalks, and enhancing landscaping and streetscape features.
Right now, a lack of sidewalks and pedestrian space along the route, so we want to make sure and provide that for users. And then just looking at really what's the best way to use the space that we have.
An online feedback portal is also available at this website on the bottom of your screen to review project information and leave comments. Construction is expected to begin in 2027. Well, students at Fayetteville High School are camping out for a good cause. It's the Student Council's 28th annual homeless vigil. You can see they've got a bonfire going tonight. The reason behind this is to raise awareness and money for students and their families who might be experiencing homelessness. They're trying to raise $25,000, and the money goes directly to those they could be sitting next to in class.
A lot of our attention and money is helping the kids that we sit next to in class, whether that's someone that doesn't know where they're going to sleep that night or doesn't have enough money to live and pay rent for that next month.
If they meet their goal, the superintendent and the school board president say they will climb a construction crane to proudly hang the school flag. There are plenty of ways to donate, including checking out the Student Council's Instagram page. Musical theater magic is happening this week in Fayetteville. Kimberly Akimbo is now at the Walton Arts Center, and today 5 News got a behind-the-scenes look at how the cast pulls off skating without any real ice. Part of the show takes place at a small-town skate rink, and the cast is actually skating on stage. They use a special synthetic floor called Polyglide, coated with a water glycerin mixture to create a realistic glide. Cast members even travel with a skate sharpener to keep the blades ready for every performance.
It's a very specific science, I feel like. We are wearing real skates. They're very sharp. We put a thin layer of like a water glycerin solution on top, and then we also dip that same solution on our skates right before we go out on stage to get extra glide.
Kimberly Akimbo runs through this weekend, and the Walton Arts Center says there are $25 rush tickets for the remaining performances. Those can be purchased at will call 1 hour before the show. Well, happening right now, if you are wanting to show off your creative side, the Inverse 2025 Art Festival is underway. It started back in 2015. It's a 4-day performance art festival in Bentonville. The festival looks for artists to help offer ideas and new perspectives of how we experience the world. We caught up with a couple of artists who are part of the festival for the first time.
We're really excited to show people how to make the masks that we've been making, and hopefully people come out and want to participate and have fun with us at the Pet.
That is all happening at Crystal Bridges. It runs through Sunday, and tickets start at $35.